What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. We have quite the market watch to get into today. Tons of surprises and other weird shenanigans going on. But first, a merchant watch being backed up from the last week and having all the construction on my house. There's been so much going on, and Tapio Cards has gone into overdrive with so many different dice, stickers, amazing thing. Code What's Good 5 for 5% off and to support the channel directly will work over there. And you'll need it if you're grabbing gifts for friends or yourselves. And I've got to say, I love how they don't just go waifu, but still play into that with like the Link waifu dice. The Traptrix dice over here also look great, but they have Tri-Brigade, they've got Dogmatica, they've got Shadol, and they've even got Pepe memes. Then you have Sangan, this amazing sticker with the trinoculars that you're always having him do on Master Duel. I really do like that. They're not binoculars, they've got 3 eyes on there. And then you also have Guard Dragon with his good old Buster Buddy taking a nap. I like that one a lot too. For the boomers, you've got Scapegoats, or if you just enjoy the format. And remember, they have a ton of amazing keychains down here as well, with different waifus and archetypes flunder here. So a ton of amazing gifts that can mean a lot to somebody that really are at a fair and amazing price. The dice will be limited though to 100 pairs, I believe, per run, and they might up it to 150 if something sells out really fast, but that is the cap, 150. They don't want to spread themselves too thin, as these are pre-orders and they don't want to overextend. So again, remember, these are pre-orders and they are really awesome, and everything should be colored in by, I want to say, Saturday night is the timeline they gave me. They're resting right now. They've already put out so much art, so I'm not going to hold them to that, but you should be able to check back by Saturday night and see everything colored in. But I wouldn't wait on these, as again, they are limited runs. Now, what isn't a limited run but goes away tomorrow night on Stay Classy is their Evil and Live Twin Field Centers, and this has to be some of the best color work I've seen on a field center. And with how they do their metal field centers, just different than everybody else in terms of quality, I think this is probably their best one I've ever seen, and I love the backs of these as well to the next level. And their Evil Twins remind me kind of the 90s take on manga and anime, but this, the Live Twins, up to the next freaking level. You get a discount when you order both. Usually these are $30 field centers. It's just $47 for the pair, and code What's Good 5 for 5% off and to support the channel directly still works even with that discount. And to throw you for a loop, it's not What's Good 5 over here, it is House 10 on Gym. We figured out that each person only can use a discount code 10 times on their site with how it's set up, and they also want me to change it up here and there to make sure you're still watching, because their stuff sells out so freaking fast. So many people have wanted a backpack at retail. I see these resell all the time on Facebook groups for just way too much, and this looks like a professional business bag, but it's secretly an amazing 4 TCG accessory bag that has all the nice, side handles and the straps. Everything I've shown and reviewed on the channel is in here, and House 10 will knock this down for you in price to $90. So I know that still seems expensive for a backpack. These things just resell on another level though, and so many people have wanted a chance at retail for these. These are up over at Gym Accessories, link in the description down below. Looking through for the cards, get to the cards, Johnny. You've spent so long on merch. A lot of amazing merch that I personally myself would buy, give away, etc. on the channel. Divine Arsenal AA Zeus has been going consistently up in price, especially the ultra rare from the tins, which leads me to tell you guys, I know it's like $10 more, but just get the secret rare, because that would fall out less if there's like a super rare or another ultra rare print in a, say, reprint set, over in the spring that keeps getting delayed at this point. So many freaking delays on product. But yeah, Zeus, anything that has something in the extra deck is going to use it. You remember how many decks you should just splash Dweller in back in the day, or Baguska seems like an option depending on the format. If anything can put an Xyz in the extra deck, then you're just going to be slapping Zeus on top of it and having it as an option. There is the ultimate rare as well as the Starlight rare, of course, above the secret, but for mid value and to lose a lot less value should there be a reprint, I would still go for the secret rare over the ultra rare. Spend a little bit more to protect your dollars. But yeah, be aware this is consistently going up, and I don't think its use will be going down anytime soon. Gem Knights are super speculated on right now as there is an Earth Duelist pack announced. It is not confirmed to be in there, but the name of the Duelist pack tentatively is Pyrozine, and that is temporary. It also means shiny stone, and a lot of people think, well, anime Gem Knights, you even have this version of the fusion. Yes, it could be in there. Maybe it couldn't be in there. It could be, couldn't be. A lot of people are spending their money here early on the highest rarity version of Gem Knights, though, and I don't think it's a terrible bet, and the archetype itself is so good. Any little splash of great support towards it, and you can see it go off to the next level again. Please choke out the FTK permanently, Konami, though. I really do think it could be getting support here, but that is pure speculation and why people are spending their money that way. Not a financial advisor channel. I don't know the future. I don't have time traveling info brokers, but I do think there's a pretty good chance here that the people spending their money are right, but there's plenty of different Earth anime decks that it could end up being. But how many shiny ones? Don't know about that. Edison format continues to roll the market, and Elemental Hero Absolute Zero is no exception, as now even the common is spiking up towards an all-time high, quickly $5 over here. I would just get the special edition super rare, though, which is about the same price, which is also towards an all-time high and quickly spikes up past that and is super low on quantities. Just tons of people reaching back into past formats, and of course, heroes consistently go way up in price too far, and Absolute Zero being a board wipe that goes into acid that helps you take care of back row as well. I should say monster zone wipe, but an amazing card nonetheless that has potential even in modern formats if Heroes got enough support, which Neo sure is. Also, Miracle Fusion, I always loved the super rare. If you've watched the channel for a long time, you know I appreciated it and saw just forever it was at $15 to $18 when it used to be 30 and sunk down, kind of like Spirit Reaper. It's one of those cards I super respected as a super rare, thought looked so clean. Well, it has a huge buyout, and even the ultra rares are disappearing in terms of their quantities, going up in price versus what it was, but not to the greatest degree yet. You can still get these sooner than later using that TCG player link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra to support the channel directly for the cards you'd already be buying. Also, there is 7% bonus bucks back on Metazoo, Digimon, Flesh and Blood if you play any of those games, and you can support the channel by clicking that too before spending. But be aware that, yeah, it's not just Yu-Gi-Oh! You can use with that link. You can do Magic, any card game, as long as it's on TCG Player. Will support the channel when you're using my link. I warned you guys that Plunder Patrol was going out of quantities up in price, and now Liss is spiking up. You have Redbeard going up, Whitebeard also, and even the Penny Stonks, as I pointed out that people would be grabbing as they build the deck, they are going, and some of them are even like halved in terms of quantities. Over here on this Grand Creators box, which still is suffering as a sealed product, Emergency Teleport has taken the top spot as a reprint collector rare. I would not have that on my checklist with Solemn Strike among this, but Emergency Teleport is often underestimated on the market and spikes time and time again, seeing play within certain engines and deck. Of course, it is a pretty nice looking collector rare that still has an ultimate rare looming above it, but who likes playing the second top rarity when every single version of Holo Emergency Teleport's bought out? Sometimes you settle, of course, but I just want to have had that on my bingo list for this set, of it being the highest collector rare for the reprints, especially with the surprise torrential announcement. I thought that would be for sure with past formats, and even being able to be played in some current format decks. Italy wilding out, and it makes sense when you look back, but you can't win them all. You can't always have your checklist of, oh yeah, it was so right, Market Man's always right. Not always. Guardian Chimera. Man, this has so many people just telling me it's undervalued, it's going to spike. And when you have that many people trying to push the same thing, there's two ways this can go. It can flatline. Well, three ways, really. It can flatline, it can continue to bottom out, or once the hype is there for it to finally be realized, it gets bought out and it can go many directions from there as well. So there's 3 different directions this can head: up, down, and staying the same. I know. John Madden commentary. That man's a legend, though. John Madden commentary on the market of, well, if they take the football and they get to the end zone, it's a touchdown. Yeah, obviously it goes up, down, or stays the same, but do realize it's not just a guaranteed going to spike as all these people holding it say that it's undervalued and it's going to go up. A lot of fusion monsters like this that had so much hype at pre-sales flatten out and never really realize their true potential in terms of the market or even being played. That happens time and time again. Baroness has hit the triple-digit marks once again. There's not a single copy under 100, as many duelists have been going back to the Synchro engine along with the adventure stuff. We highlighted that with Borreload Savage getting bought out, but Baroness now, it was teetering, it was 95, 98, doesn't have a single copy under 100 on TCG Player again. Royal Decree for both past formats and a little bit of rumblings for the current thanks to Eldritch, but I don't think this is one of the realest options for that. Has tons of different spikes, including its unique Duel Saga version. When we say spikes from $1 to $2 is still a 100% increase, and you have other sellers that still have it under there, but you do see the sales are consistently heading towards $2 here on the unique copies, and a lot of people are eyeing this one. Red Eyes Fang with Chain. Didn't think this would get bought out, but it's just kind of a sign that between Legendary Duelists and the Legendary Duelist reprint sets, these fan favorite archetypes that actually got support along the way, it's not enough to meet demand versus kind of the bad products that didn't get opened enough in the seasons. Well, Legendary Duel Season 2 was nice, but it's the only one that's really successful over time. Like Dragons of Legend took forever, and it's only thanks to a couple cards that it's aging well. A lot of people speculated it would, but it sat on clearance for just way too long. So when we look at these cards, it's probably because not enough of the product was either ordered and opened or opened at all, versus just, I'm going to sit on it sealed, I'm going to wait for it to go up in price. Let's actually even check in on how that did. This is live React Andy content. Yeah, still not the best. These are, what, $15 per? Like, over here it seems way better, right? But it's because people want to sell them in bulk in the mass. 15 times 8 is 120. So versus retail and shipping, they're still kind of losing out versus fees versus retail, but it's better than it was at, but it's not like they're just making bank on this set or something. And then I just want to point out Brothers of Legends lower end here and take a longer look at it. There are so many freaking penny stonks here, it's not even funny. You have the Puri Reyes map going back down in price. You have Astral Karibo, just so underestimated, Relinquished Anima, Allure, Wingrick Bridal, which pre-sold at, what, $20, but, you know, you don't need it in the deck. But yeah, it's a draw too, so we spent $20 on pre-sale, John. I told you not to. And then you go through Stealth Kragan, and you have also Kragan Spawn, you have Kaiju Slumber and Godarla. Just look through here and think, okay, versus the current prices, what could I be selling to buy list or other outlets in the future for a profit for just waiting, and how could I max what that is? Again, penny stonks, sometimes they never pan out. That's why it's still a gamble when you're doing it, but I feel like there's so many in here that it's not even funny because of how it's bottomed out versus the short printing top heavy model in here. Thanks for watching today's Market Watch. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the conversation. And what did you think of just the crazy moves that are happening on the market between Edison format continually hammering away, the adventure token engine causing the weird buyouts, people reaching, you know, future, past, all around with the market, and the heavy speculation on the Gem Knights. Just so much going on. And remember, you have Tapio Cards, you have gem accessories, and you have Stay Classy with a lot of amazing merch drops that you really should be getting sooner than later if you have interested in any of those. Just so many designs and hard worked on art over here that looks pretty darn freaking amazing. Thanks for watching, everybody.